Mm.
Steit sich dort in Gessele, still vertrachte Heisele, drinnen auf den beidem Stiebel wohnt mein Parie Reisele. Jeden Abend fahren Heisel, drei ich sich an ihm. Ich gebe Pfeifen, rief aus Rasel, Kim, Kim, Kim. Öffnen sich auf Fensterl und wacht aufs alte Heisele. In bald klingt im stillen Gessel, als ich's kolzert Reisele. Noch a Weile wart, mein Lieber, bald will sein frei. Gei sich noch a paar lieber, 1, 2, 3. Gei ich mir a freilich her, singen knach mir nieselig, her ich auf die Trepplach springen, ihr drobne Fieselig. Scheiner auf den letzten Trepplach, nehm sie liebe Arim, ich geb ihr still a Kirschenkäppel, Kim, Kim, Kim. Ich will dich beten, du Widdel, sollst darauf nicht pfeifen mehr. Der pfeift schon, sagt sie Mama, sie ist verrückt, verdrießt sie Seier. Pfeifen, sagt sie, ist nicht Jiddisch, was nur bloß versei. Gib ein Zeichen, Brust auf Jiddisch, 1, 2, 3. Ich will von heim nicht pfeifen mehr, darauf geb ich a Spiele, und dir zu lieb will ich a will sein, wenn die willst nur reisen, wie dein Mama fremd. Jeden Schabes gern in Klasel, Kim, Kim, Kim. Ich glaub es dir, mein lieben Kerl, in der Fahrt dir, du Widdel, strick ich a scheint vielen Säckel, na
Wait.
du Widdel, wenn gefällen sie wird in Kleisel, suchen soll's dir sein. Es hat gestrickt, mein lieber Reisel, 1, 2, 3. Dank für dein mit Unale, ich liebe heute Reisele. Ich lieb dein Mama, ich lieb das Gessel, ich lieb das alte Heisele. Ich lieb die steinlich Leben Heisel, kretzt auf See Arim. Herr, dein Mama rief schon, Reisel, Kim, Kim, Kim. Geil mir a freilicher, singen knack mir nieselig, Herr, auf die Trepplach laufen, ihr drobne Fieselig. Wieder steigt vertracht das Heisel, das Gessel wieder stimm. Kim zu mir in Chulem Reisel, Kim, Kim, Kim.
Sehr schön.
Yeah. Okay. Janet, English, please.
Mordke Gebertig was born in Krakow in 1885. He worked as an actor in Yiddish theater and wrote for the Yiddish socialist paper Der Sozialdemokrat, the Social Democrat. He performed his songs in Krakow, and collections of his songs were published in 1920 and 1936. He gained even more recognition in 1938 with his poem "Es brennt, it's burning," which he wrote in response to a pogrom in Poland. He was murdered in the Krakow ghetto in 1942.
Go on.
This is his song, Razela, from the National Yiddish Book Center recording with drawings. They're so precious. It is sung by Esya Weissman and Sebastian Schulman, accompanied by Benjamin Ginsberg on piano. Their pronunciation is Southeastern Polish Galicianer Bukowina Steit. Rezela, Dre, Arim, Kish, Kim, Frim, Freilich, Steinlich, Stim,
Steinlich.
Steinlich, Stim.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Alvin, can you
Yes.
start reading, please?
Yeah, I think that accent sounds like my father from Bessarabia.
Okay.
That's a good
Okay.
accent.
Yeah.
Steeds zich dort in Gesselen, still. She stays in the little street, quiet. Vertracht Ahendele.
Hazele. A hazele.
Hazele. Daarin even Boydem Stiepel. She's thinking about a little house in Boydem Stiebel. I don't know what Boydem Stiebel is.
The attic room.
Oh. Wollen mein Tyler Reisler, where my dear Reisler lives.
Yeah, but the still Vertrag refers to the house. It refers to the house. The house is quiet.
Picture of the house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. It's the house is lost in. Yeah.
Some thought. Okay, go on, Alvin.
Jeden Abend van Hazel drei in zich herum. Every evening in the little house, we turn around. Ich gebe 5 when Roy.
Ruf ois.
I give a whistle and call out, Basil, come.
Okay,
Right.
but also Maurice, jeden
Yeah, so jeden Abend fahren Heisel every evening in front of the house. It's fahren Heisel in front of the house. Dreh ich sich herum.
Can you answer a question before we go on?
No. Yes, but
Okay.
let him finish. Let him finish and say that I saw you.
Okay.
Maurice.
Right. Dreh ich sich herum means I walk around every evening in front of the house. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, Bonnie.
Okay, so there was the word drinnen, and I remember my mother would say mitten drinnen, but I'm not sure what drinnen is.
Inside.
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 Okay.
Drinnen is inside.
And then
Drinnen means in the middle of everything.
Isn't it in the middle of?
mitten drinnen, yeah.
Right.
Right. And Ruf Oif, was that shout out or something?
Which one?
I think it was.
Wolf Oif. Yeah. He calls up to her. Ich gebe 5, I whistle, und ruf ois, and I call out.
Okay, got it. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
thought that was it. Okay, good. Yeah, so now mitten drinnen, so in the middle of.
Right. And mittendrin means in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Drinnen
Right.
by itself just means inside.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Steve, I saw you raised your hand, Steve.
No, Maurice answered it, that mittendrin means in the very middle of the middle.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like the
Right.
you know, right. It's
Right.
it's an intensifier.
Right.
Well, yeah, I think it was sort of, like, it was almost like all of a sudden, like in
Okay.
between.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
mitten drinnen and something happens.
It's
Right.
mitten daarin.
It was like in the, was like
Like
an
an
interruption.
interruption.
An
Right.
interruption. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Leah,
Yeah,
can you read, please?
I'll try.
Okay.
Öffnen sich ein Fenster, wacht auf salte Häsele und bald klingen a stillen Gessel, a süß Kohl, Sret Reisele. Noch a Weile wird mein Lieber, bald will ich sein frei, geh sich noch vor mein Lieber,
A poor
1,
mood.
2, 3. Don't
Can
ask
you
me to
translate it or we will leave it to Maurice?
let Maurice do it.
Okay, Maurice, please.
Oh, sure. So öffnet sich a Fenster, a little window opens, wacht auf alte Heisele, the old house wakes up, und bald klingt in stillen Gessel, and soon you can hear in the quiet alley a süß call, a sweet voice, Sret Reisele. It's Reisele speaking, and this is what she says. Noch a Weile wart. Wait a little bit more, mein Liebe, my dear. Bald will ich sein frei. Soon I'll be free. Geh sich noch a paar Mal über. Walk around another couple of times. Eins, zwei, drei.
What is Eber?
She's telling him to walk a little bit more. A paar Mal.
Further?
Walk around a few more times.
I think it's
Okay.
either game,
Iber
but
game,
they,
yeah.
I have a
but they leave out the game.
There is no Yiddish word for sound, call. They
What?
use a Hebrew word. There is no Yiddish word.
Which word are you asking about?
Call this
A
one.
Call,
süß
call.
call, a sweet voice.
Sound.
Right. Call means a voice or a sound. Right.
Yeah, it's
I know,
Hebrew,
but
right?
it's
It's
Hebrew.
Hebrew.
It's
But
from the
what Leah
Hebrew.
wants
Right.
to know if there is another word for it.
Kol Nidre.
No.
You have the word. There is the word Stimme.
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 No,
Also,
Stimme is deaf.
No,
Stimme is also voice from
voice.
German.
Really? Stimme?
Isn't
Stimmer quiet? Stim quiet?
Okay, let's
I
continue.
thought Stimme was deaf.
A Stimme.
Ah, Stimme.
Stimme.
Stimmer is voice.
Okay, let's Bonnie, will you read, please?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Gehe ich mir Freilicher singen knack mit Nisselach. Okay, so go gehe ich with, I go with happiness. I'm not sure.
I go happily.
I go happily. Now I think I remember this from before. Sing, and isn't this crack nuts, little nuts?
Yes.
Yes,
Cracking
it is.
nuts.
I
Right.
remember this from prior.
Good.
Yeah, thank God. Herr, er euch die Trepplich springen.
Mm-hmm.
So I hear the, I'm not sure, what are Trepplich?
Steps.
The steps.
Steps.
What is
He
it?
is on the steps.
Oh, the steps. Oh, I jump on the step. No, I hear something jumping on the steps. I don't know.
Springen is jumping, right? She's coming down.
Oh, but it's Herrich. So I'm not
I
sure.
hear. It's inverted.
Yeah, I hear. Oh, so she's hearing someone else jumping on the steps.
Steps, right.
Okay. Ihre
Drobne, right?
Fisselech. So I hear some little feet, some.
Light-footed.
Oh,
Light steps.
Okay. Gehe ich mit mir
Join a rope.
Scheun erhob von letzten Treppel.
oh, where?
Here.
Oh, Schoim Arab von letzten treble. Something about the last step.
When she gets off the
Right,
left,
she's already down. She's already come down from the last step. She's coming down the stairs in the house from her room in the attic. Scheun
Okay.
already, here she is. At the
Okay.
last-
Genem die lieb rum.
Nem. Nem.
Nem. It's ich nem. Nem.
Oh, ich nem. I take the something my love around.
Right, I take her around. I take her dearly. I take her
Okay.
lovingly around.
Yeah, ich gebe ihr still kush in Keppel, and I give her a kiss on her head.
Mm-hmm.
Come, I guess, come.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you. Bedankt.
But Maurice, if you don't mind, do it again, please.
Sure. Okay, gehe ich mir auf Freiliche, and I go happily, sing und knack mir nisselach. I sing and I crack open some nuts. Hör ich auf die Trepplich springen, ihre drobne Fieselach. I can hear on the steps her dainty little feet jumping, dancing. Scheun erhob von letzten Treppel, nehm sie lieb home. She's already down at the last step, and I take her around sweetly. Gib ihr still a kush in Keppel. I give her a quiet kiss on her little head. Come.
Okay, good. Thanks. Harriet,
Sure.
yes? Harriet?
Room nemen, I think, means embrace.
Embrace.
Yes. He takes her around, right? He embraces her.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Harriet, can you continue reading, please?
Sure. Ich will dir beten, Dovidel, sollst darauf nicht pfeifen mehr. I beg you, David, you shouldn't whistle anymore. Herst pfeift schon, sagt die Mama, sie ist room. My mother says, listen, he's whistling again. She's religious. Es verdrießt sie there. It annoys her a great deal. Pfeifen, sagt sie, is nicht Yiddish. Whistling is not Jewish. Passt nur bloß farzeh. It's they, meaning non-Jews, who do that. Gib a Seichen Prost auf Yiddish. I think this means I give a crude sign in Yiddish. 1, 2, 3. 1,
No,
2,
so
3.
right. No, you did a great job. But that last line, it's the mother who's saying, or she's saying to Dovidel, give a Zeichen Prost auf Yiddish. Just right. She's telling, instead of whistling, just give me some sign,
I wasn't sure who
Yeah.
it was referring to. Thank you.
Right.
Okay, will you continue, Harriet, the next one?
Sure. Ich will von Heint nicht pfeifen mehr. I will from today on no longer whistle. Der Reuf gebe ich a Schule, and to this end I take an oath.
Good.
Dir zu lieb will ich a filu werden frum. For you will I even become religious, mein Sneela. Sneela is a righteous, Sneas is a righteous person, so he's my righteous one. Ich will sein, wenn du willst nur, Rezel, wie dein Mama froom. I will be as you wish, Razel. I will be religious like your mother. Jeden Shabbos came in Kleisel. I'll go in the small synagogue every Shabbos. Kum, kum, kum. Come, come,
Very
come.
good.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you.
So
Elaine, go
what
on,
was that?
Elaine.
Kleisel is a shul?
Yeah.
It's a small synagogue like you see when you go like in a storefront.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's the diminutive for the word klois, which can mean either a church or a shul. So
Oh,
Kleisel, it's a little,
Like a
it's a
yeah.
little,
chapel, like a
Yeah, I never heard
chapel,
Cloyce. Yeah.
yeah.
like a
Klois.
cloister. It would the cognate probably would
It's
be
related to cloister, right?
Yeah, so it's a house of worship, I guess
Right.
would be.
Okay, Elaine, please.
Ich glaub es dir, mein lieben Kerl, und der dir, Dovidel. I believe it, my beloved, and therefore for you, Dovidel, strick ich ein tefillin zekel. I'm knitting a beautiful tefillin sack mit a Magen Davidel, with a Star of David, Magen David. Wenn gefällens wird in Kleisel, sagen sollst du sei. When everyone in shul admires it, when it pleases everyone, you'll say to them, es hat gestrickt mein lieber Esel, eins, zwei, drei. You'll say to them, my beloved Razel knitted it for me, knit it for me. I don't know, knitted it for me. Eins,
Good.
2, 3.
Yeah. Go on.
Good.
Ich dank für dein Matonala. I thank you for your gift, your little gift. Ich lieb azoi dich, Rezela. I love you so much, Rezela. Ich lieb dein Mama. Ich lieb das Gessel. Ich lieb das alte Heisela. I love your mother. I love your street. I love I love your old house, your old little house. Lieb die steinlich Leben Heisel. I love the stones near your house. Trittst auf sie I guess because you walk on them. You
Huh?
step on them.
That's right. Yeah.
Herr, dein Mama ruft schon, Razel. Come. Listen, your mother is calling you, Razel. Come.
Okay. It's
Good.
interesting what you would love in 30 years' time, so we will see.
Good.
Okay, Cookie.
Zing ich knack meer. Oh, no.
Jij ich meer.
Geh ich meer a freiliche, zing knack meer nisselach. Her ich auf Trepplach springen,
Laufen.
Treplach laufen, ihre drobene Fisselach. Wieder still vertracht das Heisel, Skessel wieder stumm. Komm zu mir in Cholom, Rezel, komm. So now
Okay.
I sing.
Now translate it.
I can translate it. Yeah, I sing and I crack nuts and I hear that steps are running. She's like running up the steps. Ihre drobene Fisselach, her light-footed steps. She's running up. The house is now quiet once more. Skessel wieder stumm. The street is now quiet also. Come to me in my dreams, Razel. Come.
Okay.
I want you to know the first time I heard this song, I started to cry. I had never
But it's a nice song. It's not.
I left out the part about the decal, the thing that she knitted for him, because I felt so guilty about not being from. I couldn't sing
Okay.
Me too.
I sing this song all the time. My words are a little different, but that part about the Zekela, I left out. Yeah,
I'm crying now.
yeah, I love it.
Beautiful singing, Cookie. It was such beautiful singing.
Oh,
Okay, I see that Bonnie raised her hand. Bonnie.
Yeah, can you try, maybe Maurice, can you translate again the first line? Geh ich mir freilicher.
one. I'm very happy. I go very happily.
But
That's it.
so
Good.
it's geh ich mir. So
Yeah.
It's just
I thought it's where is the ich? Can I ask, hold on. So
You know,
Let Maurice talk.
yeah, geh ich. I go, we go, I'm not sure. Geh ich mir.
Okay, let Maurice.
okay, you don't really need the mir. He could just as well have said, Geyich afreiliche. So I go walking happily. You know, it's an intensive, you know, he's going. She asked him to walk around a couple more times, and he's doing it. Geyich, it's just another way, you know, so I'm going happily. That's all.
So when it says geh ich mir afreiliche, it's I'm going as a happy person. I don't know the gay.
Afreiliche, right.
Okay, a happy person.
A happy person, right. He's happy to do what she asks him.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, I see that more people raise their hands. Okay, Rafael, please.
Yeah, this is another case we've seen before, that mir. It's called the ethical dative. And it is a dative of ich, mir, for me. And its purpose here is to indicate that the action is for the benefit of me. I go around on my own, for my own behalf. It's hard to put exactly into English what that adds, but that's what it is. It's adding for the benefit of me.
Okay, thank you, Rafael.
Yeah.
Okay,
very helpful.
since it's such a nice one, let's listen.
I love that the little house is just so fabulous.
Yeah, Barbara wrote in the chat about the people that drew the pictures and everything, so you can see it.
So precious.
Let's listen to it once again. So.
Steit sich dort in Grässele, still vertrachte Heisele, rennen auf den beiden Stiebel, fein mein Parie Reisele. Jeden Uhr Fahrenheit, drei ich sich arin, gebe Pfeifen, riff eus Rasel, Kim, Kim, Kim. Effen sich a Fensterl, und wacht aufs alte Heisele, in bald klingt im stillen Gessel, als sie's kolzert Reisele. Noch a Weile wart, mein Lieber, bald will sein frei. Gei sich noch a Pummel, lieber, 1, 2, 3. Gei ich mir a Freiliche, singen knach mir nieselach, Herr auf die Trepplach springen, ihre drobne Fieselach. Scheiner auf den letzten Trepplach, nehm sie liebe Arim. Ich geb ihr still a Kirschenkäppel, Kim, Kim, Kim. Ich will dich beten, du Widdel, sollst darauf nicht pfeifen mehr. Der pfeift schon, sagt sie Mama, sie ist verrückt, Vater ist sie Seier. Strikke spiele, en dir zu lieb welche viele, wären fremd mein Sniele. Ich will sein, wenn die willst nur reisen, wie dein Mame fremd. Jeden Schabes gern in Klasu, Kim. Ich glaube es dir, mein lieben Kerl, in der Quartier du Widdel, stricke ich a scheint vielen Säckel mit am Augen du Widdel. Wenn gefällen se wird in Kleisel, suchen soll's die sein. Es hat gestrickt mein lieber Reisel, 1, 2, 3. Dank für dein mit Unale, ich liebe seite Reisele, ich lieb dein Mama, ich lieb dus Kessel, ich lieb dus alte Heisele, ich lieb die steinlich Leben Heisel, tretzt auf See Arim, Herr dein Mama rief schon Reisel, Kim. Geh ich mir a freilicher, sing mir knack mir nieselach, Herr ich auf die Trepplich laufen, ihre drobne Fieselach. Wieder steigt vertracht das Heisel, das Kessel wieder stimmt. Kim zu mir in Chulem Reisel, Kim.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Beverly? You're muted, Beverly.
Sorry, I don't know, but in my family, it was a tradition to knack nisselach at night at the dinner at the table. We would have sunflower seeds. I don't know if a lot of other people did it, but we did do that. So it does remind me. It must have been some kind of a tradition.
Well, I remember the opening the sunflower seeds. I don't know if it was at home or when I was a teenager at home, but I do remember it.
Yeah, Kanakanisala.
But I don't remember my mother calling it that. But it's really sweet.
That's what it was.
Sweet.
We cannot walnuts with that.
Filberts. We did filberts.
Well, that was for Pesach too.
Yeah.
We played a game. We played a game like this.
Yeah. Like marbles. We used them like marbles.
Yeah.
I still have my mother's whatever it's called for the knocker.
The nutcracker.
Yeah, the nutcracker.
I have my mother's too.
Yeah. Elaine, that's
Treasure.
what you wanted to
No,
say?
I was just going to say that the pictures, the illustrations are so charming. They're very Chagall-like.
Yeah. These are
just
gorgeous.
So fanciful.
What is Vinkl wrote in the chat? In media res. What is that? Vinkl?
That was in mittenderinnen, in the middle of things. It's a literary term. Like a novel starts and it's already in the middle of things. It's called in media res.
In media res. It's Latin.
Thank you.
Oh,
okay.
I'll take mittenderinnen.
Like when you're talking and the enter comes over and mittenderinnen.
Right. You have to go like this.
Okay. Any more comment on the song before we move to the other Hazel?
I did have a comment about
Maurice.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that in the line, when she says she's going to
her voice that he's referring to, and there is this famous phrase in Yiddish.
I do like it better in the Litvische sound. Much more attractive, the song.
Maurice, you wanted to say something?
I tried to say something.
You tried to talk, yeah. Okay, Maurice, only Maurice.
In the line where she tells him that she's going to knit him a tefillin zekel, and that he should bring it into the shul, into the kleisel, and he says, or she says, "Ven svet gefallen." So the word "ven," I just want to point out, it can mean when, But in this context, it means if, and if it pleases them, wenn es wird sie gefallen, tell them that was my, my love who knitted it for me. So just be aware that wenn has two meanings depending on the context. That's all.
Okay, thank you. I think we should move to the story right now, to the other Razorle when she's very small and doesn't understand what's going on in the house. And where am I here? Okay.
We got the English.
Okay, I have to, yeah, I have to go down to the.
Oh. Did you send us the English?
What?
Have you already sent us the English?
I sent you, what you see here, I sent you. So at the beginning is the English and then it's the Yiddish.
All right, I'll have to look for it.
Can you make it any bigger?
Yeah, I just want to arrive to where we are and then I will make it bigger. So Razel is keeping asking the grandma what's wrong with the mother and why there are so many people in the house that she really doesn't understand. And it says that my connection is unstable. So hopefully it will not.
Das ist besser.
Is better yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, and let me do this. Okay, but no, the problem is that it's.
Can you move it a little bit more to the right?
No, that's almost. That's it. That's
Great.
what I can do.
Perfect. Perfect.
That's what I can do.
Perfect.
Okay, so Raisele versteht wieder. Karen, please. Can you read?
A little bit small.
That's what I can do. I'm sorry. Maybe you can do it on your computer to enlarge it.
Yes, you can. You can enlarge it on your computer. Just put your fingers. Put your fingers.
Not everyone can put the fingers, Beverly.
Really?
You and I can. Yeah, you and I. We have a computer that you can put your fingers. Not everyone.
Okay.
Minna, can you put your cursor on the control panel over there on the left, and usually you can move it up to the top. If you put your cursor on it, press your cursor and then just move it up to the top. So mine moves. I don't know if your computer works the same way, but you see, then you wouldn't be blocking. You know what I'm saying? Just if you put your cursor.
No, I cannot do it.
Yeah, but now it's cutting off on the left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I cannot do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
It's too much. I cannot.
On the left.
Sorry. Just do it on your computer.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. And now a bisschen größer.
No, guys, people, we can continue playing with this all day long. It's not going to work. So
guys, there's a sign at the top of the screen. It says Mina Grau's screen. There's 3 dots. Press on the 3 dots and you'll see something.
All right, now, well, I think now you have it.
Just listen, please.
It's okay.
Just listen, please. Zoom ratio. You can make the letters as big as you like.
Exactly.
300% larger. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
And you control it on your screen.
That's
just
great. Because
thank you.
The original text was so small. So, that's the maximum that I can do. Anyway, Karen, please. Raisele versteht.
Raisele versteht wieder ein Wort nicht von die ganze 9 Moss-Rede. Once again, Raisele doesn't understand not one word from the whole enchilada of talking.
That's a good one. That's good.
Wat die Babse Gittele hat da angerät. What what her grandmother Gitela said. Sie will überfragen, ob wieder der Herz sich dem Mameshis gewaltig Geschrei von Schlafzimmer. She was going to again ask further, but again she heard the cries, the violent screaming from her mother's violent screaming from the bedroom. Und die Babse hat an Reseln fahren Hentel und führt sie zu sich ins Zimmer rein. And grandmother grabs Resela by the hand and leads her into the bedroom.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
This expression nine moss in the first line.
Yes.
Die ganze nine moss. What is nine moss?
It's a measure. It means a lot.
Thank you.
Did I answer that question?
It sounds like the whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards, right?
Actually, it's from the Talmud. There's a whole list of things, you know, there's 10 portions of this and 10 portions of this and 10 portions of the other thing. And part of the sexist tradition says that of the 10 portions of speech that are given to the world, women have 9 portions of that speech. So when you say a woman speaks, I mean, she talks too much. And so the 9 most rate is what, you know, women are, locatiousness of women is a reference to that. So she speaks in her womanly way. She goes on and on, you know, she's been talking and talking and talking.
But at least she expresses herself.
Right.
We have to defend ourselves here.
Okay, Karen, go on, Karen. Cool, mein Kind.
9 moss, I also saw a definition that it was to be a motor mouth.
Okay, go on, Karen.
Komm, mein Kind, lass mir Gott der barmdicken Betten. Come,
Put your cursor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come, God, let God, the merciful, make a plea. Soll der Mamischen Koyach geben, Ariber zu tragen, die Wehen. Let that God ask God that mother should have the strength to carry the pains. Soll ihr die Refuah zu schicken. He should to her send the remedy. Und dir, mein Kind, bet ihm, soll zu schicken, lebendig Bruder oder Schwester auf lange Jahr mit viel Fried und Naches. And you should, and you, my child, should request from him that he should send a little brother or a little sister who will live for a long time with pleasure, with joy and with joy and pleasure. any revision, anything about that translation that needs
No,
correction?
that's good.
Well,
Good.
when I saw the word lebedik, I think she's supposed to pray that the child will be alive.
Yeah, a lebedik brudel, yeah.
What about nachas?
Nachas is nachas.
No. That's what I mean. Karen, how did you translate it?
Pleasure, delight.
Happiness.
I
Happiness.
thought it was. I always thought it was pride. No.
No, it's happiness.
A lot of happiness. Okay.
It's like Karen said, yeah.
Right.
Hat nachas van Kinder.
In Cheder bei ihr lernt die Babse Reselen, wie Gott zu beten und was ihm zu beten. In the room, the Bobet taught Resela how to ask God and what to ask from him. Und mit zu neu gelegter Händler and with joined together.
I think folded or joined together. Yeah, joined together is good.
Wie bes die Mamische sagt mit ihr Broche alle Frühmorgen. And how wie bes meanwhile, while mother said with her the blessing every early morning, steht Resela und bet bei Gott, soll von sein heiligen Himmel herabschicken, der lieber Mamischen die Emisse Refuah. And then Resela stood and asked God that he should, from his holy heaven, send down the beloved mother, the true healing remedy, and ihr Resela soll zu schicken a Bruderl oder a Schwesterl a lebed dix auf lange Jahr, and that she Resela he should send her a little brother or a little sister, a living lebedix, a living one who would live for many years.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Karen. Any comments, any question? Yes, Cookie.
I thought a refuah is a recovery. A refuah is, I think, no?
A refuah is a remedy.
A remedy, not a recovery.
It's a remedy or a cure.
Yeah,
it's also a cure, yeah.
A peaceful recovery, no?
No, not peaceful. Shlema is
complete.
Complete.
Okay.
But it also sounds like of the times that the child shall live a long life, because they didn't have the cures, and I guess, children died at a younger age just because they didn't have what we have today as far as healthcare. So I think it was, it was very, very important to have that kind of prayer, I guess.
Yeah, and there also were pogroms so you wanted to pray that they should be protected as well.
Okay. Yeah, Bob. Bob, you're muted.
How does that translate?
I thought that meant a peaceful recovery.
Not peaceful. Shlema is all.
Complete.
A complete recovery.
I say, right?
A complete. Shlema is complete, whole. Okay, Refoel, can you continue, please?
Babze, ich will besser a Bruderl. Granny, I'd prefer a brother. Soll Gott mir zuschicken a Bruderl besser. I'd rather that God should send me a little brother. Erzählt das Kind, was ihr gefällt besser. The child is telling what she would prefer. Was wird zu schicken, wird uns schon lieb sein. Whatever God will send, we will accept lovingly. Mein Kind, my child. Muss uns schon lieb sein. It has to be something that we accept lovingly. Mit Gott's Gob warf man sich nicht. You don't argue about whatever God gives you. Nor gicher, gringer, und onübrige Zar und Wetiken. But it should be quickly, easily, and without any unnecessary pain and suffering. Wünscht sich die Alte. The old woman expresses the wish. Resela aber hält sich fest und bet bei Gott, but Resela still stands her ground and she requests from God, Davke Abrudel, specifically a little brother, soll ihr von Himmel herabschicken. He should send down for her from the heaven. Und Resela stellt sich vor, and Resela imagines, wie bald Mistama wird sich öffnen die Tür, most likely that soon will open, the door will open, as wird reinkommen a Himmelmensch, some sort of a heavenly person will enter. In een hand wird halten a Fläschele mit Refuus. In one hand, he'll be carrying a bottle of medicine. Und in der andere, and in the other hand, a pudele, a shens, mit a kishele. A beautiful, now what's a poodle?
What's a poodle? It's not a dog.
It's a cardboard box. Looked it up. It's a little cardboard box.
A little cardboard box? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it can also be a scarecrow, but I don't think that's what it is here.
No.
Okay, a box, a beautiful box with a kishele,
Cushion.
Cushion.
Cushion?
Yeah. And in kishele wird sein a klein Jingle. And sitting on this little cushion will be a little boy, a pizzele, just a little one, aber a schönes, but a very nice one. Mit lichtige blaue Egelef, with brilliant blue eyes. Ot das Fläschele wird sagen der Himmelmensch, this little bottle, the heavenly person will say, hat Gott geschickt für dein kranker Mamen. God has sent it for your ill mother. Soll sie davor euch trinken, wird sie bald gesund werden. If she will only drink this medicine, she'll quickly become well. And das Jingele was in Pudele, and this little boy in the carton, hat Gott dir a Bruderl geschickt. God has sent you a little brother. Du sollst ihm lieb haben und hitten. You should love him and protect him. Gib him euch up der Mameschin. Give him also to your mother. Wird sie ihm schein euch hadeven, and she will then raise him. A guten Tag. Bye now. Wird sagen der Himmelmensch, the heavenly apparition will say. Euch spreiten a paar große Fliegeln, spreading out a pair of enormous wings von unter sein Palto, from under his coat, und wird zurück auffliehen zum Himmel, zu Gott, and will fly up again, back to heaven, back to God.
Okay, thank you.
That is so descriptive. I can actually picture that. That was so beautifully written.
You can see it, yes. Bob, please.
Stark zufrieden mit dem, was kindische Fantasie hat da Oisgemold. So greatly pleased with what her childish fantasy had painted for her. Vergesst Resela, Aweiler, as der Wald tut noch der liebe Mammerchen, der Beuch weh. She forgot for a while that her dear mother was still suffering from a stomach ache. Und sie, und sie, singt sich und hebt viele an zu tanzen for Simcha. And she sings and she starts to dance for joy. In der Zeit sitzt der Babse Gittler. At the meanwhile, the mother, Bobby Grandma Gittler, über der Tachine for schwere Gewinnerins, is going over the prayers for laboring women. Bet Gott, and she asks God in their schus, I can't pronounce it.
Schus.
For her merit, was die Gewinnerin, for the merit of the laboring mother, who vergesst kein Mal Nichala zu nehmen, Licht zu benchen und hit up die alle weibische dienen, who never ever forgets to take the challah. I didn't quite understand what that nemen.
What is exactly the challah zu nemen?
Okay.
Anyone knows?
Yes, but yes, when you're making challah, they used to take a piece, I believe, and throw it into the oven.
Yeah,
Like,
still do.
that's what it means to take challah.
Refoil?
Okay.
Right. As Beverly says,
just a moment. Let's Refoil say. Yeah. Refoil?
Yeah, as Beverly says, it is a halacha that if you are making bread, that if you have enough dough, then you should separate a little bit of it for the Kohanim. Now, these days, we don't just put it in a box and mail it to the nearest Kohen in the telephone book. We put it in the oven and then destroy it. But usually, the amount of dough that you've got to have in order to require this is pretty large. And so it's really not necessary, but it is considered one of those mitzvahs that a woman should perform, because you assume that the woman is the one who's baking the bread. And in fact, that we have the word challah to refer to the Shabbos bread comes directly from that custom, that halacha, because there's a bracha that one recites, to remove this particular portion. And so the whole bread comes to be called challah.
Okay, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Go on,
Tell me
Bob.
about it. I'll give a piece to my boyfriend. He's a Kohen.
Okay.
Oh,
You
boy.
can do it. You can do it. Okay, Bob.
Who separates the challah and recites all the women's prayers. Zo'er, that he should von sein hoicher Himmel, from high heaven, beistehen in Noit, in her, to help her in her hardship or pain.
Need. In her need.
Noit.
Okay, yes, go on.
Yeah, okay. Linden die Quelleder als so Riber Beshalom und sie lange Jahr. And everything will be, yeah, to help her alleviate her pain from birth, and everything will be peaceful and help her, and she should live many years.
So Bob, just a moment. Refoel, how do you pronounce it in Yiddish, the Chavlei Yolda?
Chevle Yolda, something like that. Chevle Yivalda. I'll have to look that one up.
Okay. So go on, Bob. Untreren.
Okay. Untreren, große Tropens, treren, and tears, just great teardrops, gissen sich von der Elters Augen und fallen über die Gelle Zechine blättlich, and great tears fall from the old lady's eyes and fall on the yellow prayer book pages. Welche seinen schön genug euch ungesoppt mit solcher Tränen zu lieb ihrer vierdiger ähnlicher einiglich. Oops. Einiglich, was Gott hat schon bis her lang geschenkt, and fell on the pages on the that were already soaked from tears because of all the previous grandchildren that God had given her up until now.
All the
good, thank you.
She's been making all these years for grandchildren. She's been making.
Yes, yeah. Okay, Michael Fisman, can you continue, please?
Reisala bemerkt es gar nicht. Reisala doesn't notice it. Singt sich ein Liederle wie sie wird verschläfern das Bruderl. She's singing a Liederle, probably a lullaby, to put her little brother to sleep.
That's good.
Where you move it a little to the left, it's a little bit off.
Just a moment.
Was Gott, that God wird ihr bald zuschicken. Send to me. Move it a bit to the right because I can't see the end on the left. A kind bleibt a kind, a child remains a child. Retarois die Babse verdrießlich. The grandmother says, a little bit upset, was Reisela hat sich gar gesungen about the song that Reisela had just sung. Was hast du sich da so zu singen, du narrisch Kind eins? What have you sung what have you gotten so into singing, you foolish child? Schlogt ihr über die Babse das Gesang. The granny interrupts her song. Ich hab dir doch geheißen Gott beten, für der lieber Mammechen. After all, I told you to ask God, to plead with God for your for beloved mother. And nimmst du uns singt sich Gott, and then you go and start singing. Ich habe ihm doch schon gebeten. I have already asked him. Die Babse hat doch allein gesehen. Granny after all, you have already seen Granny. Wie ich habe ihm gebeten, how I asked him. Verantwortet sich das Kind. The child answers it to justify herself. Ja, mein Kind, yes, my child, Emma's true. Du hast ihm schon einmal gebeten. You have already asked him. Erklärt die Bobbe, die Babse, the grandmother says, aber Gott dem der Barmdicken is wenig einmal beten, but it's not enough to ask the merciful God only one time. Etliche Show, every hour, etliche Rega müssen wir ihm beten. We have to ask him every hour, every moment, we have to plead with him. Babze, vergisst bald Granny. Does he forget so quickly? Raise other ask. What's redst du? What are you saying, Narish Kind? Foolish child, du hörst doch gar nicht. You don't really hear was die Zung deiner Red heraus. You don't even hear what you're saying. Was ist die Babze Breiges? Why is Granny angry? Ich hab doch gar nicht gesagt. After all, I didn't say anything. Wundert sich Reisala wonders. Was soll ich mit dir reden? What should I say to you? Bist ein narrisch Kind, you're a foolish child, und weiter gar nicht, and nothing more. Passend ob die Babze, die Granny advisors, und will schon mit Reza dann mehr kein Hakiris sich nicht reinlassen, and doesn't want to get into more speculative thinking with Reza.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, I see that Rafael raised his hand, Rafael.
Yeah, I looked up that expression. It's from Hosea 13, and it's Chevle Yoleda, the pangs of childbirth. Chevle Yoleda.
Chevle Yoleda? In
Yoleda,
Yiddish,
yeah.
yes? In Yiddish.
Well, it's a direct quote from the Bible. So in modern Hebrew, Chevle Yoleda, but in Yiddish, Chevle Yoleda.
Chevle Yolda.
No, Yoleda. No, there's a tseri under the lamed. So Yoleda.
There is a tseri? Okay, so Chevle Yolda. Yoleda. Okay. Okay, thank you.
And what does it mean again?
Pangs of childbirth.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we finished the story. Any questions, any comments? It was
it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. But we don't know when she gives birth.
And we don't know if she's okay. We don't know if
because it's not about the mother, it's about Reza.
Right.
It's about the child, and and
you have to listen to the sequel.
Thinking that.
It was the word that we came across much earlier.
Yeah, this is a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Okay, Eleanor.
We left her having labor pains.
Eleanor, please.
Yes, there was another word that came up much earlier, Got's gob. And I was just wondering about that word gob. I think we translated it as gift, but is there something more we should know about that word?
It's from geben, like give me.
Wait, can you highlight what
you...
I don't really know what it is.
When Granny tells Razel we shouldn't question God's gift.
Right, it's a gift. It's something that's been given.
Yeah, gob. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so we finished the story. And remember that we traveled around the world. When we traveled around the world, we missed New Zealand for some reason or another. So I found a travelogue by Peretz Hirschbein, which we started our travels with him when he was writing about Brazil. And it turns out that he was in New Zealand, Australia, and South Africa. Australia and South Africa, we talked about it, but not about New Zealand. And so It's a really nice, we are not going to read everything. I just chose, some paragraph for what he's telling us about, or what is recounting about the Jews of New Zealand.
Yeah, a friend of mine just came back from a month in New Zealand. Yeah.
It's nice.
He said it was beautiful.
Okay, so.
Mina.
It is. It's
Yes.
a beautiful country. Beautiful.
Yes, Maurice.
I just wanted to mention that, we had these words mamashi and babtze, and I kept thinking about what forms are these? And then when we had the word pudel, remember the box? That clinched it for me. These are Polish words that have become Yiddish words. Pudel, box, and mamashi, it's an endearment, dear mommy, and babtze.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Good.
It bothered me.
Eleanor, will you start reading? In Stott ist gewesen, windig.
Who did you ask to read?
You,
Eleanor.
Eleanor.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm pronouncing it okay? It's Eleanor, yeah?
Yes, it's just the sound is not very clear on my machine.
Okay, no problem. So.
Yeah. In Stott ist gewesen Winter.
Windig.
In Wellington hat Ashim for a winter Stott.
But
so
a sentence and translating, please, okay?
Okay. It was winter in the city.
No,
windy,
not winter.
Windy.
It was windy in the city, and Wellington had, what is this word, shim?
A name. It is a name.
The reputation. Hashem is a reputation.
It had the reputation of being a windy city. Die Stadt is nay.
Nine.
It was a new.
Right. Nine.
It was a new city.
Yes.
What did you say Shem is?
A reputation.
Oh, that's the reputation.
So the city is new.
It's new, it's modern. Vermocht by a 70.000 Einwohner. It was built in 17,000.
No, famok means it has. Famok means it has. Possesses.
It had about, it had about 7,000 inhabitants. 70,000 inhabitants.
Yes.
Aber noch Eder, ich hab betracht, die Fundament von mein Zimmer hat sich in mir aufgeweckt, auf Verlangen zu sehen Jiden. But I can't quite get this exactly. Something about thinking.
Noch Ede means even before.
Die Fundament von mein Zimmer, is that from the walls of my room?
Even before I looked around at the four walls of my room.
Okay. It occurred to me I hadn't seen any Jews.
No. Hat sich in mir aufgeweckt. How to translate?
A desire.
A desire. There was a desire came up for me to see more Jews, to see Jews.
Okay. So this is being told by someone who visited Wellington?
Yeah, it's a travelogue. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
travelogue. It's not a novel. It's someone who visited the place and is telling us about the place.
Okay.
What
Ich
is
hab
a
genu-
farlang?
A
Farlang.
desire.
A desire.
Like a longing. Longing?
Right. Right.
Ich hab genommen dem Telefonbuch und ungeheuben nach ein Alphabets suchen jiddische Namen. So I took the telephone book and I started looking in the alphabetical order for Jewish names.
Yes.
Good.
Sie haben sich auf jeder Seite bewiesen. What is bewiesen?
They
They
showed
showed
themselves.
up.
They showed up on every page?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Das jiddische Volk, the Jewish people.
Mm-hmm.
Und Ort is a holländischer Nomen, and here was a Dutch name, aber mit a Zugob. Zugob.
Yes.
Zugob. Reverend. What does that mean?
But with the addition, reverend. So
The
there was an
English word,
addition.
reverend.
Reverend.
I see, yeah. Efshar is dos a jiddische Rav? Could this be could this be a Jewish rabbi?
Mm-hmm.
Ich habe angeklungen. And I called.
Yes, I called. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we move it up a little? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Energische jugendliche Stimme hat sich abgerufen und gefragt, wer ruft? An energetic young voice picked up the phone and asked, who's calling?
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Eleanor. Beverly, go on. Beverly?
Yes, I'm here, but it was
You're there. Okay. And
getting
Schuldig.
bigger. Felker and Lender? Is that where we are?
That's the name of the book.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Anschuldig. Excuse me. Seid ihr der jiddische Rav? Are you the Jewish rabbi? Ja, ich bin, what is that, a Dalit or a Hey?
Der.
Oh, yeah, Hey. Ich bin Herr.
No, ich bin der.
Oh, ich bin der Wellington jiddische Rabbi. I am the Wellington Jewish rabbi. Und wer seid ihr? And who are you? A jiddische Schreiber von Amerika. I'm a Jewish writer from America. Erst ist angekommen. I just got here. Und ich gar or gar zu sein a Yidden. And I want to see a Jew, Jewish
yes,
people.
I would like to see a Jew. It's a German word, the God.
Oh,
I would like to see a Jew.
Good. Ot bald will ich a river kommen. I'll come right over. So who's saying that? The rabbi or the boy?
Yeah, that's the rabbi. The rabbi says that he will come over immediately.
By mir is gewen klur. It was very clear to me. As das retzu mir a junge German, a young. Oh, younger man. Okay, I thought it said German. To me, it was very clear that a young man was speaking to me, weil energisch hat geklungen sein Stimme. Well, energy came out of his voice. Und
voice was energetic.
Yeah, his voice was
energetic.
Und dazu die Greatkeit seine bald arriba zu kommen. I'm not sure what that means. Greatkeit.
And in addition, his readiness to come.
Oh, his readiness to come right away.
Come immediately.
Right away. Come right away to me. Ich bin aber
Nispal geworden.
Nispal geworden in a halbe Stunde. I'm not sure what it, but
I was surprised.
I was surprised in a half hour when zu mir ist reingekommen a grauer Mann. Oh, well, instead of a young man, he was gray, a gray older man, über 60 Jahre alt, like 70 years old.
No, 60.
More than 60. Ibba.
Oh, Ibba, more than 60 years old. In
Zoiber, clean.
No, Zoidert. It's with a tough.
Zoiber, clean. Zoiber, it's Zoiber.
Oh, Zoiber in a, what is the next word? Surdut?
Surdut.
Surdut. On
cylinder.
Cylinder. I don't know what
cylinder is the top hat. Cylinder.
Oh, the hat. And what's Surdut?
Surdut, I'm not sure. I have to look it up.
It's really funny. It's like cylinder, the shape of the hat.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Hat Gicher ausgesehen wie ein alter
Ger.
Oh, Ger.
Ger. What's this Ger?
Ger is someone that is not Jewish.
Right. I did a Yiddish up. Oh, he looked like someone an old non-Jew instead of a Jewish rabbi.
Exactly.
That's enough. Phew, that's hard.
Okay. Maurice, would you like to read a little bit?
Sure. Der Schmus hat sich ungeheuben ganz warm von sein Sad. Right. So the talk started off very warmly on his side. Mit Buch Habo und noch ein paar hebräische Phrasen with welcome and a few other Hebrew phrases. Aber wenn ich hab ungeheuben zu fragen wegen Jiden, when I started to ask about Jews in Neuseeland, in New Zealand, Zayet all how many there were, Zayet Leben, how they lived, Zayet Ort in their Gesellschaft, their place in society, is mit amol still geworden. He suddenly became quiet. Scharf mich umgeguckt und a bissel streng gefragt. He looked at me sharply and he looked and spoke to me a little sharply. Favus fragt sich so viel noch auf die Achinu bnei Yisrael. Why are you asking so much about, I guess, our Jewish brothers, I think?
Yes.
Ja, Pushet, mir interessiert die Lage von Jiden in weite Länder. Simply, I'm interested in the situation of Jews in faraway countries. Bin doch allein a Yid. I myself, after all, am Jewish. Ich will wissen, I want to know, wie viele Jiden befinden sich in Neuseeland? How many Jews there are in New Zealand? That's enough for me.
I think that it's enough for today. We will stop here and we will continue to read about the Jews in New Zealand and the groups. You know, there are groups there. You will see later that there are people that came before and then the Russian Jews and then they are not talking to each other. So it becomes more interesting while we continue to read. Yeah. So that will be for next week. And in 2 weeks' time, it's Purim. So I already prepared yesterday something for Purim. So
we'll have to get a little dressed up.
Exactly, but
I
you
think
know,
we did it. I think we did it last year. It's starting to sound familiar.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, year after year.
It was another year.
Every
Oh, wow.
year.
Always has a cute costume, Bina.
Yeah, we
He
dress
has-
up, and I have already a story for Purim. But next week is a regular week, and we continue to read about Jews in
Great
New
class.
Zealand.
Great
Okay, this was great.
Wonderful.
Any comments, any questions before we leave?
Hashem Dank.
Hashem
Dank.
Hashem Dank for you too, Maurice.
Allemaal.
Okay.
Danke
See you next week. Sei gesund alle.
Danke
Gesund.